Good evening, friends.
Well,
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is July 3rd, 2026, and we are diving into a massive day for global health, clinical science, and medical technology. If you think medicine moves slowly, what happened this week is going to completely change your mind. We've got everything from the FDA approving a paradigm-shifting gene therapy for toddlers to a literal 1-second spray that halts life-threatening bleeding on contact. We are also breaking down a major global safety warning issued by the World Health Organization today, a fascinating brain discovery involving a simple kitchen vitamin, and the devastating real-world health impact of Europe's latest record-breaking heat wave. Whether you are a healthcare professional, a science geek, or just someone who wants to know how the future of medicine affects your daily life, you're in the right place. Drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and let's get right into today's medical countdown. Segment 1, the FDA's historic expansion of CRISPR gene therapy. Let's kick things off with our top headline, coming straight from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. The FDA just issued a historic supplemental approval for Casgevy, exagamblagene autotemcil. Now, if that name sounds familiar, it's because Casgevy made waves as a landmark CRISPR-based gene therapy for adults. But as of this week, the FDA has officially expanded its approval, making it the very first gene therapy available for young children, specifically toddlers aged 2 years and older, who are battling severe sickle cell disease and transfusion-dependent beta thalassemia. Think about the scale of this for a second. Sickle cell disease causes red blood cells to morph into rigid, crescent shapes. This leads to excruciating, unpredictable blockages known as vaso-occlusive crises, which frequently land patients in the emergency room and cause long-term organ damage. For children to undergo this from infancy is heartbreaking. By editing a patient's own stem cells to produce healthy fetal hemoglobin, the single-dose therapy offers an actual, functional cure. The clinical data backing this expansion show that the vast majority of young patients remain completely free of these severe pain crises for at least a year post-treatment. This is a massive win for pediatric medicine, shifting the landscape of genetic disorders from managing symptoms to functional eradication early in life. Segment 2, Revolutionary Biomaterial Breakthroughs. Moving from genetics to emergency medicine and metabolic health, scientists have unveiled 2 mind-blowing biotech breakthroughs that sound like straight-up sci-fi. First up, a research team at KAIST has developed a spray-on powder that can stop life-threatening bleeding in literally 1 second. Traditional clotting agents or gauze often fail when doctors are dealing with deep, irregular, or jagged wounds where applying direct pressure is nearly impossible. This new powder is engineered to instantly transform into a robust, ultra-adhesive gel the microsecond it hits moisture or liquid blood. It seals the wound immediately, mechanically halting severe hemorrhages in trauma situations. This could easily become standard issue for first responders, military medics, and surgical theaters worldwide within the next few years. But that's not all on the biotech front. If you look at metabolic science, researchers have discovered a protein switch called MISH. By turning off this specific protein in human cells, scientists found they could drastically accelerate fat burning, boost cellular energy expenditure, and actively block the formation of new fat cells. With global interest in obesity treatments at an all-time high, targeting the MISH protein could pave the way for a brand new generation of metabolic therapeutics that work completely differently than current GLP-1 medications. Segment 3, Global Safety Alert and the AI Compassion Debate. Now, we have to pivot to a critical global health warning issued directly by the World Health Organization today. The WHO officially dropped Medical Product Alert in Degree 3/2026, warning hospitals and patients about confirmed batches of falsified, counterfeit Darzalex, daratumumab injections. For context, Darzalex is a critical, high-stakes monoclonal antibody medication used to treat life-threatening bone marrow cancers, including multiple myeloma. These counterfeit batches were flagrantly distributed by unauthorized third-party suppliers and have been detected in both the Maldives and Mexico. The WHO noted that visible particulate matter was found in at least one fraudulent batch, indicating a severe risk of bacterial contamination. Because these fakes lack active ingredients or may contain toxic substitutes, cancer patients are facing rapid disease progression alongside acute infection risks. If you or a loved one are undergoing oncology treatments, ensure your clinical supply chain is fully verified and authorized. Speaking of patient care, a major philosophical and ethical debate took center stage at a healthcare summit today. As hospitals rapidly adopt generative AI and automated systems, prominent medical authorities, including former vice chancellors and health secretaries, delivered a unified message: technology must never replace human compassion. They emphasized that while AI-driven diagnostics and robotics are magnificent tools for precision, the irreplaceable human touch is what actually builds patient trust, alleviates psychological distress, and drives true healing outcomes. It's a timely reminder as we navigate this tech boom. Segment 4, Longevity Science and the Vitamin C Brain Connection. Let's talk about lifestyle and the science of aging, because two fascinating cohort studies were published today that link our daily habits directly to our physical and cognitive longevity. First, let's look at your brain. A massive imaging study tracking over 2,000 older adults discovered a powerful link between plasma vitamin C levels and structural brain networks on MRI scans. The researchers observed that individuals with low vitamin C levels in their blood displayed significantly reduced gray matter volume. Even more alarming, they showed noticeably weaker connectivity within the default mode network, or DMN, which is the neurological highway responsible for high-order thinking, self-reflection, and memory consolidation. While it's an observational study, it strongly hints that basic, consistent nutritional habits might protect our brain's physical structure from deteriorating as we age. Meanwhile, over at UCLA, scientists figured out a primary reason why our muscles heal so slowly as we get older. They isolated a specific protein called NDRG1. As we age, this protein builds up inside our muscle stem cells and acts like a literal emergency brake, preventing those stem cells from activating and repairing tissue damage after an injury. The exciting news? When scientists bypassed or manipulated this protein brake, older muscle stem cells began acting remarkably young and vibrant again. This opens up an entirely new avenue for therapies aiming to accelerate injury recovery in the elderly and reverse age-related muscle wasting. Segment 5, Climate Health Crisis in Europe. Our final segment today is a sobering reminder of how our changing environment acts as an immediate catalyst for public health crises. Public Health France released a harrowing report today confirming that deaths skyrocketed by roughly 30% during the peak of the unprecedented, record-breaking heat wave that battered the country during the final weeks of June. This spike represents more than 2,000 excess deaths in just a single week compared to baseline averages, and health officials openly admit this is likely an underestimate. This data underscores that extreme heat is no longer just a meteorological inconvenience. It is a deadly cardiovascular and respiratory strain that overwhelms emergency departments and vulnerable populations. It highlights an urgent need for cities worldwide to treat rising temperatures as acute medical emergencies, revamping urban infrastructure and localized medical protocols to protect citizens. GLP-1 receptor agonist. GLP-1 receptor agonist use for diabetes or obesity was associated with significantly lower overall mortality and fewer major cardiovascular events in patients with hidradenitis suppurativa. The analysis showed evidence of broad systemic benefits beyond cardiometabolic risk reduction, including reduced risk for sepsis, cellulitis, and lymphedema. Prospective studies are required to confirm these observational findings. MedPage today. Water. This is your best beverage bet if you have acid reflux. Sugary drinks can irritate it, and alcohol and acidic juices can, too. And carbonated drinks can add to your gas and make you burp, which may make things worse. WebMD. Lung function. In observational cohorts, higher vitamin levels were linked to better lung function in adults and children, with benefits seen with vitamin D among adults as well. Analysis suggested mRNAs and DNA methylation partially mediate the relationship between vitamin A and D levels and lung function. The findings didn't make any determinations of benefit from supplementation or dietary changes. MedPage today. Outro. That wraps up your comprehensive medical news breakdown for July 3rd, 2026. From gene therapies curing toddlers to 1-second trauma sprays and vital brain health discoveries, science is moving faster than ever. I want to hear from you guys. Which of these breakthroughs do you think will have the biggest impact on the world? Are you more excited about CRISPR expanding to save children, or the potential of turning off the mixed protein to fight obesity? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button if you found this breakdown valuable, share it with someone who loves science, and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you never miss your daily dose of the future. Thank you so much for watching, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Disclaimer. Compiled information. This content is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. The audience must verify the contents before use. The creator, publisher, and YouTube will not be responsible for any harm.